Well, no matter what she may say, the girl behind the knife counter, size does matter in your pocket knife collection. It absolutely does. And I'm super glad that I went with this CRKT Pillar 3 and not one of its predecessors, which are smaller, because I know I would not have enjoyed them. This barely gets the job done in blade length and handle size, but it does get the job done. And I'm looking forward to just breaking the tool down for you today. I kind of bought it on a whim. I was like, you know what? I haven't done a CRKT in a while, and I love, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing his name right, Vox Designs. The designs are always so cool to me. Visually, they connect. But I mean, you're gonna pay almost $200 to get one of his Italian-made designs. And so CRKT partners with him, and we're able to get some of these really cool designs at much more affordable prices. I picked this up for like $38 for the 8CR13 MOV version. There is a D2 version that you can get, I think, for just under 60 bucks, which I would say, if everything you see today is connecting with you, that is absolutely a good option if you have that price, or if you have that budget to be able to get the D2 version. The 8CR is holding up great. You know, there's no issue with that for what 8CR is. And at that pricing for everything I'm getting, I think that's a good value on the tool. One of the things right out of the gate that really got me excited is the deployment. Now you got an eye hole right there. You can easily, you know, with your thumb, flick that sucker open. But it's the first knife that I've really enjoyed using my middle finger and doing that middle finger flick. I mean, maybe I just didn't work out my middle finger enough when I was, you know, a punk teenager. But I've never really been able to do it well with most designs that I own. I just, you know, like Spyderco's, I try, and like, it just never really works, and it's not fun. I don't enjoy it. That's normally the way I deploy it now, is with my middle finger with this particular design, just the way the cutout is, where it is dimensionally on the tool, and then also the ball bearing, cage ball bearing deployment that it has really helps out a lot. So it's super buttery smooth, really good, has a good detent. It's got its little portion there for its detent ball, you know, that holds it into place, really good. Then we got that frame lock design, stainless steel on one side, and then we got the G10 on the other. Nice back spacer, big large lanyard hole, really like that. It's got a good stop bar right there that the blade hits, and it's got rock solid up and down, zero wobble, and then I'm just got a little slight rock side to side, which is normally what you get with most ball bearing, you know, design pivots. I mean, that's just the way they kind of are. Great centering, straight down the middle, so the fit and finish is really good. And it does feel like I'm getting that quality that you would see in an Italian $200 knife. But again, we're getting it at budget pricing, which is nice. It even has like an over travel stop for your frame lock, so you're not going to accidentally go too far. That frame lock engages really well, about 40% of the back of the spine there. So it's really good in that way. The G10 handle gives you a little bit of texturing that you need and lightens it up a little bit, because there's zero liner on that side. So it's just G10 one side, frame on the other, to give you that, what you need. The pocket clip works really well. Good loop over, deep ride. Doesn't create any hot spots. Now, it's not ambidextrous, so sorry lefties, you're out of luck. It's just the way it is with that G10. You know, maybe they could have put like a little spacer back in there to be able to screw it on, but it's just the way it is. Tip up only, but I love tip up. I remember back in the day when I first started reviewing knives, most CRKTs were tipped down, and oftentimes I wouldn't even review a CRKT because of that, because I don't like carrying my knives that way. So that's a big plus, that they've really over the years come around to the tip up design. Now finally, this is probably going to be the make or break for most of you guys, is where it comes to the handle ergonomics itself. Now I got large size hands, as 99.9% of you would know. When I grab that sucker right back there, excuse me, got a little frog in my throat. My pinky is just on there. It's enough so I feel like I'm in control. So if I want to use it that way, I can. It doesn't feel awkward or weird or anything like that. And then it's got a very generous choil that I choke up, feels great. Now I'm got more than enough to spare, and I'm really in control of the tool, feels very ergonomic. I could use it in a reverse grip if I wanted to. Is that ability to be able to do that, but you know, it's really designed to be like that. I mean, that's how you use it, that's how you carve. You got full control, and it feels good like this. So you really have to ask yourself, do you like using big choils and really the knife being designed to be used in the choil? Because that's what this knife is really designed for. It's designed to be used with the choil. If that's something you connect with, or maybe you want to try out, this would be a good price point to be able to try out. But if you know that that's not really for you and you're like, I've had one or two and it's not for me, then you're not going to like this knife. I mean, it's usable without using the choil, but I don't. I mean, I just gravitate to grabbing the choil and then, you know, doing what I need to do. Now, the blade itself, again, like I said, 2 versions that are out there. And I, excuse me, got a little frog in my throat, just got so excited or something. The 8CR is like minimum for me. I mean, I don't even buy knives, you know, that are less than that at this point anymore. It just drives me nuts when, you know, they start doing like 7CR or something, or like 440A budget stuff. It's just like, come on. So the D2, again, as an option, we have a high saber grind and a pretty robust stock. So I would not say this is the best slicer in my collection. It does well, but it is pretty thick and it does have a saber grind. So it absolutely cuts, does whatever, you know, you want your knife to do. But a full flat grind, say like Spyderco or like a Rat Model 2 or something like that, it's just gonna have a thinner blade, full flat. It's just gonna be a better slicer overall. So that's something as well that you need to ask yourself, do you want the kind of beefier blade shape? Well, then that's what you're going to get with this, but you will see a little, I mean, it's a pocket knife, it's still going to cut well, but you're going to see a little decrease in like the cardboard slicing and some of the, and like food prep. It's not, I don't like, you know, doing like apples or, you know, cutting up my carrots or something for a salad with this tool. The blade shape just isn't quite as well designed for those type of activities. But overall, guys, really cool design. You get a Vox, you know, tool in your hand for a budget-friendly price, and there's a lot going for it. And particularly, I think it is a fidget tool for me. I love flicking that sucker open. It's a lot of fun, a lot of fun to use this Pillar 3, and I'm glad that I went with the Pillar 3. You know, unless you've got literally Putin hands. I just don't even see, because the blade length, that's the last thing, the blade length is just enough for me. Any smaller, I'd be like, why? Particularly with the beefiness of the blade. So in my opinion, I would not go any smaller than the Pillar 3 in my opinion. But guys, that's me. I have links for you guys below. Appreciate when you use those hyperlinks that we throw down below for you guys to all your favorite distributors. It means a lot, helps me purchase gear just like this. And I invite you to subscribe if you're not yet a subscriber. I invite you to leave a comment. Love hearing your guys' thoughts, particularly those of you who own this tool. What is your take on it? Pros or cons? Love having the discussion that we have here. You can check us out on social media as well, where you can see content that I'm working on behind the scenes. It's another way to connect with me. I'm trying to do some more giveaways over there because I can only have so many products at one time because we're in the RV. So I'm trying to do some more giveaways on our YouTube posts, but also in our Instagram and stuff, so you can follow along with that. Just to, you know, get rid of the gear so I can buy another item and, you know, hook you guys up in the process. But with all that being said, love you, appreciate you. Thanks so much, and until next time, always remember, stay equipped, stay prepared. I'll see you out there.